Hello and welcome. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are at in the world. We are excited to welcome you to Wellness Wednesday. I am your host tonight, Adrienne Ruiz. I am coming all the way from Austin, Texas, and I have an incredible health background as well. And that's one of the reasons why I said yes to this company 3, because they specialize in 12 different cellular delivery modalities to be able to make absorption of your supplements so much greater. And so that's why I said yes to this company, is because I just knew that what they had to offer was something far greater than any other company that I'd previously recommended. And I've been recommending supplements for a lot of years, a very, very long time. And this is the first company I've been in where all 6 of their product line is listed in the PDR. That's the physician's desk reference, or the prescriber's digital reference now, which is a huge deal, you guys. It's a big deal because we always want things to be doctor recommended, right? We want to get a stamp of approval. And some of us really do require that. And so it's great to be able to have all 6 of a product line listed in the PDR, where your doctor normally will go to research, different types of even medicines and things that, you might need. And so these products are phenomenal. They're bar none. When we say we are here to help people live a life of purpose, that's exactly what we're doing. We want to be able to offer up a way to really transform your health in a way that's simplified on a daily basis. So it's no surprise that whoever invited you on this call tonight wanted you to listen into what we have going here, because we do believe that it can make a big difference in your day-to-day wellness. And so with that being said, we have some incredible health professionals that have said yes to actively using and promoting our products, not only because they're listed in the PDR, but because of the science and the studies behind them. You see, my friends, we actually have an entire absorption study done on our products about how well the products actually absorb. We also have an epigenetic study about how some of our products and the nutrients in them can change genetic function in the body. Isn't that amazing? So as you can see, we have an incredible scientific advisory board of 8 different medical professionals, including our chief science officer, Dr. Dan, who is the one who's formulated these products for us. And he truly is in a lab. His PhD is in organic chemistry, and he's developed these incredible products, right? So we've all been using them. And these doctors who are volunteering their time pro bono to be sitting on our board have also been using them. And guess what? They were introduced just like how you're being introduced right now. Somebody invited them to come take a look. They got excited. They put the products in their body. They saw the way that they felt, and they started promoting them. And that's why we have an incredible guest tonight with us, Dr. Lisa Sottung, and she is a physical therapist out of Wilmington. She's an orthopedic clinical specialist in physical therapy, and her focus is quite unique. She's in a very niched market here, which I think is phenomenal. She predominantly works on women's health, and her approach is a focus on integrative wellness, incorporating holistic treatment principles to aid overall health and wellness. And so she's not maybe your average physical therapist there, if there was one. She has really made herself available to mainly women. I was reviewing her website and got so excited and so thrilled. I'm a mom of twin girls, and Lisa, I wish that I had somebody like you for my prenatal care and my postnatal care too. So I love your mission. It's really near and dear to my heart. It's something that really just makes me sing. And I am so excited to introduce you to everybody who's watching tonight. And I would love for you to just share a little bit about how you became a physical therapist and why this specific niche with women.
Thank you, Adrienne. That was a great introduction. And I'm really happy to be here tonight and sharing with everybody and part of the program. So I really was somebody that was always interested growing up in how the body moved. And I was always studying dancers and gymnasts and athletes. And when I had the opportunity to go to college, I decided to study, the medical field, and did my biochems and my exercise physiology, which I really liked. And then I got to kinesiology, and I really loved kinesiology. That really spoke to me. And I realized that what I wanted to do with my life was really work with people and helping them to achieve their movement goals, helping them if they had a stroke to walk, helping them if they had joint dysfunction to get back to doing whatever they wanted to do physically and actively. It was a big part of who I was. And so I began working with orthopedics and sports injuries. And then through that work, it took me into the pelvic health realm and the pelvic girdle realm, and that brought me to women's health. And that's where it opened up a whole door, a whole window of opportunity to work with women and pre and postpartum and their challenges with their hormone changes and their different stages that we go through for life, which are different and challenging than men.
Wow. I mean, yes, they are different and very challenging
Yes.
comparatively, right?
Yes.
I love that. I love that you not only saw that, recognized it, it resonated with you enough that you said, yeah, this is the course of action I'm going to take with all of the, knowledge that I've gathered. And anyway, so it was beautiful to see all of that. So my next question, of course, I know you know what's coming is, how did you get involved with three? Like, what happened? Why did you say yes to this?
Yeah. Well, at first I didn't say yes to this and I wasn't so excited because like, oh, it's another supplement company, as part of my training and my holistic approach to working with women, and let's say nobody comes in usually with just one problem. They'll have back pain and it's because they've had a difficult pregnancy or they have an autoimmune disease or they have irritable bowel. And so treating my clients and treating any client, you need to have more of a holistic, multidisciplinary approach. And so looking for ways to really heal the body so that we could really work together to heal themselves. You can't heal the body unless you've got homeostasis with inflammation, with the immune disease, with the brain function, with sleep, meditation, etc. So I always was looking for supplements, nutritional facts, research. And my friend introduced me to it and I hadn't heard of it, so I didn't really think about it. And then she sent me the hour-long video of Dr. Dan explaining the molecular process by which all of the supplements work. And that's when I was sold on the products. And I wanted to find out more about it and started taking them and felt the difference in my body and then really, really wanted to be part of it
Oh,
and part of the program. Yeah.
I love it. I love that it took that one, like really just deep dive, and then that was it. You're like, okay, I know I'm in the right place. I'm going to be promoting products that I can recommend and it'll make a difference in others' lives. And, yes, we always start with ourselves, don't we? We're like, we're the guinea pig. Okay, let me try it.
Yeah.
Let me see, is this real? Is this legit? Is this going to help? Right?
Well, even to take that one step further, I do get blood work done every 6 weeks to check for my metabolic health for a variety of reasons. I mean, my genes are terrible and I have certain predispositions to things. So really in searching for my own health, my own family's health and my patient's health, I've kind of done this like study of one and kind of used myself as a guinea pig. And I really did like the results I got from using the products, and not for several months, but for 1 6 weeks period between my blood work.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's
So
really great.
you're tracking this yourself. You're like, okay, I need to see the science for myself as well. Like it doesn't hurt, right? To know like
Yeah.
exactly how it is working for you.
Right. And
Yeah.
everybody's an individual. So I can say it works for me and certain products work better for me in this dosage and that dosage, but everybody should feel a difference right away. And if you don't, you need to tweak it.
Oh yeah. I mean, even the multivitamin, my goodness, I was spending like $300 a month on AM and PM packs of vitamins for like 15 years. I thought I had the best of the best, but I started noticing if I didn't take it with food, I would get sick and nauseous. And then I started like really reading and diving in and going, oh my goodness, there's like synthetics in here. There's fillers. There's things that aren't good. And I'm spending a fortune, a mini
Yeah.
fortune. And then when this company said they had a multivitamin called Vitalite for $70, and it had a whole food organic complex with it, plus a whole bunch of digestive enzymes. I started taking it, and on an empty stomach, I felt better in 2 days than I had in 15 years. I don't know. How did you feel on the supplements, the multivitamin particularly?
You can truly take these supplements without eating.
Yeah.
Because they're all natural products. They're whole food products. So it's not giving the body something that it doesn't recognize, that it doesn't have the ability to digest or, transfer into the cells. It's whole food. So you can literally take it on an empty stomach if you want to. And frequently I do, because I'll grab it in between my clients or whatever, and I don't have time to eat at that moment. But they are incredible, and not only from the standpoint that they're easily digestible and absorbed, but the quantities of vitamins that are in the Vitalite are an incredible quantity. So the FDA puts out their minimum levels, but the minimum levels are just so you don't get sick. That's not optimal health. Optimal health is having certain, and even the numbers that you see in usually your doctor's offices are based on the American public's norms. But on average, we're not healthy population anymore. So you want to have optimal levels, not normal levels, not standard levels. And the levels that they have in their Vitalite are great. The levels that they have in Eternal. So I literally in the morning would have 6 to 10 bottles that I was looking at, because as I said, I was trying to get these supplements, but you have to get them in certain forms or they're not absorbed. So my glutathione was in the refrigerator in a liquid form that I would shoot into my mouth, and my CoQ10 was in a different form, and my NAD was in a different form. And I know people were doing this with IVs, and I'm like, I don't have time to go and get an IV. I have to just try to get what I can through my nutrition, through the supplements that I take. And with these absorption technologies, with the fact that you're given to them in liquid form, with the fact that they're whole foods, the absorption rate that they have, and this is based on the scientific trials that they do in vitro at this point, although they are going to do live studies, they're getting to that. And after speaking with Dr. Dan personally, I know that he is on a path to do this and really go with the science and prove it. But in vitro, the absorption rates are very high, and it's proven that that these products get into your cells. Now, as I said, depending on your health, they will get into you a little bit better or a little bit slower than others, depending on inflammation that you have in your gut, what kind of health you have. But over time, that will improve with the supplements, with your nutrition, with your health care, and you'll be absorbing more and more and getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, so that's so true. Everything you just said, I want to like mic drop. Like if people really understood how they're actually absorbing, it's never a one size fits all, but like you said, it gets better and better over time as the body gets less inflamed, as they're getting better absorption, all that good stuff. So it makes such a huge difference. You're right. We do need to have supplementation on a daily basis, but it has to make sense. Instead of trying to have 1,000 bottles and trying to piece everything together yourself, Dr. Dan really has curated these to provide specific benefits to our body's needs, and he's doing it in a simplified way. And it makes it so much more easy to share with others. It's not like we're having to single things out, right? So you can go, this is for this is for that. I know we have 6 products, and I say this all the time. Like when people ask me what's my favorite, I'm like, it's like trying to pick my favorite child, but like, which, if there was like a few that you frequently share, you frequently talk about, which ones would those be and why?
Well, one of them is the collagen. First of all, I know I'm supposed to eat sardines and small fish, but I can't stand them. So as much as I was trying to get the healthiest and best omegas, 3, 6, and 9s in, I just could not eat those fish. And now it's in one liquid form that tastes great, that I can eat every morning. It's only for 10 days in the month, and I hate waiting another 20 days to take it.
Right.
But I really, that one is amazing, because you're starting to repair your collagen, your joint, the cartilage, the muscle function, the tendons, your brain health, your skin health. Your skin's one of the biggest organs of your body from the inside out. So collagen is one of them that I love right away. And Eternal. I mean, I used to get pomegranate powder and put it in my smoothie. I would take the CoQ10. I would try to get the resveratrol, the glutathione. It's all in there in one liquid form, and it is packed full of antioxidants and polynutrients that you need for optimal cell mitochondrial health. So the energy system of your cell, so that your cell can continue to function on that optimal level. It can clean out the dead cells. You get autophagy with that, so that you really are getting the best quality supplements for bang for the buck. I mean, the way of the future too is really looking at how your genes are expressed, which is epigenetics, and having all of these polynutrients in one place to upregulate the good genes, to downregulate the genes that you don't want more expression of, is really where you want your healthcare to go. And that's what these products do.
Yeah. What were your thoughts around the epigenetic study that the company produced? I
I
think
thought it was a great beginning study. Like I said, it's in vitro, and they saw that they could upregulate the genes that create cellular health. So the SIRTA1, which takes care of getting rid of like natural cell autophagy. Cells go through a life cycle, so they phase out and they age. But one of the things you want to make sure is that when they age out, the body excretes those and produces new healthy cells. And so it's certain genes, SIRTA1 gene that you turn on that helps with that process. So the polynutrients in Eternal do that. There's other products in there that downregulate genes that cause harmful processes that you could have as a gene expression. So it's really how you modulate your health that way. And these products really promote that.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything you just said is just so exciting. I feel like that is like, we're doing these Wellness Wednesdays all the time and we're interviewing new health professionals that are, yeah, we're just barely getting started. So if those of you
Yeah.
guys are watching, we pre-launched the company February 20th. We officially launched May 22nd, and we already have Dr. Lisa, coming on board. I mean, people who just see the science behind it. And it's really that science meets wellness that I think is getting everyone so fired up, as it's the writing's on the wall, right? I want you to, oh, go ahead. You got excited.
No, and I mean, Dr. Dan is committed to continuing with the research. And I feel, longevity is in the health field now, longevity is really being seen as a viable possibility with all the research that's out there. And there's new and new research every day. And I feel very confident that Dr. Dan will stay on top of what's out there, what's new. He'll do the trials on his products, probably come up, tweak them, have different products, whatever the science shows. I feel pretty strong that he's going to be following that path and getting the best supplements out there, because that's his passion.
I mean, not everybody gets to have a one-on-one with Dr. Dan, and you were able
Wow.
to. So you being able to
Yeah,
share,
that was great.
yeah, it's so great for you to be able to share that, so that another health professional who might be watching this is like, well, I don't have to now because I can see what Dr. Lisa saw when she met the chief science officer. Yes, he is very much committed to moving forward and making sure that everything is safe, efficacious, but it's also cutting edge, right? It's
Yeah.
what needs to be done. Yeah. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
well, I'm
It's great.
excited. Lisa, we have some incredible testimonials on tonight if you want to hear
Great.
me. Okay. So we
You?
have three women with us tonight that are going to share a little bit more about their experience on the products and why is this important, right? This is real people, real results. Like, we didn't pay these people. They're not paid actors or anything. They're coming on to just share what their experience was when they started utilizing the three products. And so the first guest we're going to have on, Dr. Lisa, is Melissa Oliver. Melissa, are you there?
I am, Adrienne.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi,
I'm
Melissa.
doing excellent. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Good. Yeah, thank you for being with us. We can't wait. We're so excited to hear a little bit more about your story and how you got started with three and what happened and all the good stuff. So let's hear it.
Well, so basically, my childhood friend, Tyra, called me up one day and said she wanted to have me listen in on a presentation of something that she had joined in with and was excited about. And so I said, okay. And she knows me well enough to know that my background is in allied health sciences and physical education. And I got my teaching certificate to teach K through 12 physical education and health. And so I've always had a passion for that. And so, and she knows that I was struggling. After I had my third baby, back in 2015, I started having some major medical problems as far as like, um, ending up finding out that I had fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis. And so I've been being treated for that. And of course, all of those things, do affect your organs and everything. But when Tyra approached me about this just in October, I'm newly signed up in October. And when I heard the presentation and I heard the science behind it, I was like, I'm all in. I want to sign up. I want to sign up as a founder. Like I had not tried the products, but I saw the presentation, I saw the slides, um, and I thought, you know what? Like I gotta try this. And I want to be a part of this company, especially in the newness of where it was. And still is really at just like under a year. Um, but basically, so I've tried all the products and I love all the products. And my kids are 10, 12, and 16, and they love to eat now. Um, and but the thing for me was that mom of three, trying to take care of everything and thinking about dinner. 3 o'clock comes around and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm a little bit tired. And you can't be tired. You can't be tired when you have kids. So when I took the Vitalite, which the only supplement that I was really taking was B12. And I thought that was giving me enough energy. When I took the Vitalite, and within like 20 to 30 minutes, I was buzzing around. And then 2 to 3 hours later, I'm still like, I'm used to like being at a point where I'm definitely, and I'm fine. Like it was eye-opening. And I mean, I know what was in it, but I didn't know how my body was going to absorb it so well. And that's what also just captivated me about the company in general is the fact of the epigenetic and the cellular absorption studies that have been done. The science behind the products just speak for themselves.
It really does. And I like hearing your story about just having that natural energy. The cool part about that, Melissa, is like every mommy wants that, right? So we're like downing caffeinated beverages and, really stressing our adrenals on an already stressed level. Like we're already living in a state of fight or flight, most of us, right? Especially if you're working and, doing all these things. And so to be able to have a product that comes in and allows you to have more energy naturally with zero stimulants in it, like that is a huge deal. And the fact that you knew differently, like you'd already been doing some other things, but this was the thing that actually made the difference, was having that better absorption is huge. Yeah, Dr. Lisa, what do you think about that?
It makes a lot of sense, right? Because you have an autoimmune challenge. That's what, fibromyalgia and the symptoms, the rheumatoid arthritis, and it goes back to, once again, giving your body what it needs to heal itself, because it will, given the right environment. And so healing your gut with the pre and probiotics that are in the Vitalite, the digestive enzymes, making it easy to digest. And Dr. Dan did say he formulated these supplements so that people would see results immediately, because that's the type of society we are. If you don't see immediate results, you're not going to continue to take it, especially when it costs money. So he's got the things in there that you need for your body system to feel good immediately and heal over time. And I'm sure as you include, more and more of the supplements and have more and more time and exercise, feel good enough to exercise and have your health, you'll continue to get stronger.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Melissa. And thank you, Lisa, for sharing a little bit more about that. And next we have Janet Norton, all the way from Utah. Janet, we would love to hear a little bit more about your experience on the three products.
Well, my friend Irene introduced me to them at a time when I really needed them, and I didn't realize it. But I started with Vitalite, Revive, and Renew. And I just thought, well, I'll try it. Tried a lot of things. I just wasn't sure what I was going to get. And at my age, you don't just jump back really quick. But I was amazed when I took them because they really did relieve a lot of the inflammation I had from my arthritis and my knee replacements and just many things that I had going on. And I just felt so much better just within the first month that I tried them. And just to give you an example, I stopped. We have what we call Swiss Days here in Utah, where there's about 100,000 people that come and just view all sorts of arts and crafts. And it's just a block up the street from where I live is where they take place. And I had to stop going because I couldn't walk up there. I couldn't walk up that hill to get to that town square and volunteer my help up there. So I had to stop doing that. But after taking these things, these products, they just gave me more energy. It took a while. I'm 76 and it takes a while to get going on anything, you know. But anyway, I started taking and I do have a lot more energy. The Vitalite is really, really good. That's probably my favorite because I know it's got so many good products in it or elements in it that just make you feel better, give you the energy that you just didn't have before. And then the Revive and the Renew, it just gave me that extra boost where my joints didn't hurt as much and I was able to move, get out and walk a little more. It's just improved the quality of my life a lot. And I got thinking just the other day, I walked out of the house without my cane. And I went out to dinner with my brother. He had come up to see me and I just left it behind. And he said, "Are you going to be okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to be fine." And so, I mean, getting up and down stairs is very difficult without it. And yet I was able to get up those stairs when I haven't done before. And so just over the, about the year I've been taking them, it has really improved and helped me a lot. And I just want to share that with people to know that these products work. They do what they say they do. And I've really enjoyed that about them. And I want to, make sure that my family and my friends know about it because it really does make a difference.
Well, Janet, thank you for sharing that with us and the 140 plus people on tonight. I think hearing that makes a huge difference. I kind of got the chills a little bit because it's made such a significant difference in your day-to-day life and habits. The fact that you're able to walk outside of your house without your cane and then not question it is huge. For most people, that's something that they would have been terrifying, So I really appreciate you sharing that. And I mean, we have a physical therapist on here tonight, so I'd love to hear her feedback around that story as well, using the Revive and the Vitalite. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So the number one reason why most people end up in a nursing home isn't from dementia, and it's not from per se like a heart attack. It's because they've lost their mobility. They can't walk. We always lose muscle mass as we age. But when you have joint replacements and you have inflammation and you get to be very non-mobile, you degenerate very quickly. And when you can't take care of yourself, you end up in the assisted living. So using these products not only help with yeah, obviously you need to exercise, but you can't exercise if you're in pain and you have joint inflammation. So using the supplements to get to a point where you get rid of that inflammation, you give your body the polynutrients it needs, you have a good nutrition, you can once again be mobile, you can build muscle mass, you can get back to going up and down stairs, getting up and out of a chair, doing the things you want. Not only does it give you that physical tolerance and that physical well-being, it gives you the social experiences that you need to be healthy mentally and have that longevity and that quality to your life.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's about quality of life.
Mhm.
Yes, Janet, so great. Like, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I really, really appreciate you coming on tonight and sharing that with us. And huge, that's huge. So
You're welcome.
yes, thank you. Last but not least, we have Tausha Nunez, who's had several different stories of things that have happened to her while she's been using the products for the last little bit here. But I know that she's got a couple she wants to share tonight. She's a mom of 4 boys and she works full time too, and she is just loving these products. So go ahead, Tausha, all the way from Virginia.
Good evening, ladies. Thank you so much, Adrienne. I want to speak first to a surgery I had to have. And I was just looking at my phone. I was going to lay out what it was. And I was like, that is just way too long and too many medical words I cannot pronounce. I am currently in a cast. So basically the gist of it is a few years ago, I had a major injury where I broke my thumb really bad. I had to have lots of pins and surgeries to repair it because it dislocated also into the palm of my hand when I broke it. And so they did all of that. And, 2 years later, I wasn't able to grip things. And I've got a 2-year-old, I'm constantly turning sippy cups and trying to open them and stuff. And it got to a point where it was like, I had to like tuck it and turn. And so I went back and they were like, we need to do another surgery. Like, this isn't, something isn't right. They went in and found out that my joint was completely demolished. Like, it was gone. And what they did is they put in a fake joint. He explained it as like a plastic something that he put in there, and then had to repair all the tendons that were gone. So they had to do that. My story is, even though I'm still in a cast, I'm in a much smaller cast than what they originally wanted. And Adrienne, we were talking about this the other day. I went in, I just, something seemed off. I could move my thumb in the cast and I was like, I don't think that's right. And I called them and we went in and they took the cast off and they said, where's the swelling? Your hand is supposed to be swollen still. So this is why this is happening, why you're moving your thumb, because of the swelling. I was like, oh, well, I take the supplement that helps with inflammation. I've been doubling up on it because it also helps with pain. And I don't like painkillers. I'm not a painkiller person. And they were like, that's amazing. They went and I said, it's in the PDR. Go ahead and check it out. They went and looked it up and they were like, yeah, I mean, this is amazing. Keep taking those, definitely, especially once you start physical and occupational therapy after to relearn how to use your thumb. So it was really cool for them to be like, why isn't this swollen? It's supposed to be swollen and you should not be able to wiggle your thumb in your cast the way you are. So, I contributed to doubling up on those revives, not only to help me with my pain management so that I could be a mom to my 4 boys. I can't be on painkillers or down. My kids are 9 and under, there's no downtime with them. And so being able to manage it all with just, upping my dose, like you were talking about earlier, doses, need to be different for different people, was really awesome. And I'm looking forward to continuing my progress and getting my thumb back, and utilizing this as I work through the therapy with it. And then I've got my other thing. I just today celebrated 50 pounds dropped. I've been able to release 50 pounds by getting my gut back in check. I did find out that I was insulin resistant, and the studies are epigenetic studies. Surprise, surprise. Now I know why the weight's been the way it is because we do have 2 products that help with, I think it's the GLP-1, which is pretty big right now all over TV and stuff. And instead of shooting synthetic stuff into my body, I attribute it to taking these 6 products together and on a regimen that my good girlfriend, who is a personal trainer, Adrienne, helped me with. So that's one of my other stories with these amazing products. And I'm just so blessed to have these and be able to be a mom to my 4 boys and still be an athlete at my age.
Yeah. You have so much going on. Like, I'm just so happy that these products worked for you and that you're able to like really plug them into the pockets of your life and that they were easily accessible so that you could get the results that you needed. And it wasn't something you had to really do a lot of think work about, right? It's like, this is for this, this is for this, this is for this. So I love hearing that. Again, I'll say this, our products were not intended to cure, prevent, or treat any type of disease, stuff like that. I'll just make a quick disclaimer there. They're not necessarily, made for any of that. But what it does is when the body gets what it needs, you can have miraculous results, right? And so that's pretty phenomenal. But Dr. Lisa, I mean, as a physical therapist, you're hearing this. I know that like there is such a thing as having good inflammation, but also maybe too much is unbearable as a mom. So
Yeah.
I'd love to hear your take on all this as well.
Yeah, that's great. So there is a lot of controversy actually in the healthcare field now as to giving steroids or NSAIDs for even acute low back pain, something that somebody may have a herniated disc and they're in a lot of pain and inflammation. And the reason is because the body's inflammatory process is a natural healing process. And so do you want to disrupt that natural healing process or not? But when you use a product like Revive, where it's a natural product, and so what it does is it stimulates the body's natural inflammation process of clearing out effectively the dead cells and increasing blood flow to the area and pulling it out. And it's a natural pain modulation. You're not harming the body in any way. You're just enhancing its natural effects for anti-inflammatory processes. So it really can speed up the healing process in addition to not harming your natural healing process.
Oh my goodness. I love hearing that. That's so great.
Yeah.
Like that's really amazing to know that it's like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I think we worry about that. I always worry about, if somebody's maybe taking a supplement too quickly after a procedure or whatnot, but the reality is it's food, right? It really is food.
It's a natural food. Yep.
Yeah. So I always say, if you can eat food, you can be on these products. Okay, guys. So all my friends who are listening tonight, if you can eat food, you can be on these products. And so we're excited for you guys to try them. I just want to thank every single one of you. Thank you, my friends, for joining me tonight on this Wellness Wednesday and being here and being so open and vulnerable and willing to share your story and why you're so excited. And a big special thanks to Dr. Lisa Sottung for joining us on a very busy day. And I really appreciate all of you.
Thank you, Adrienne. It's been a pleasure, and meeting everybody and hearing their stories is very uplifting and empowering too, as a healthcare provider.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we will see all of you on next Wellness Wednesday. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.